Working with you guys has been excellent, and looking forward to the future and seeing the process take place.
Well, you got a lot of growing to do. You just came out of the process back in October, so what you're seeing is just a stubble. It's going to get thicker and longer and stronger over time. It takes a full year to grow in.
With your timeline there, you said a full year to grow in.
Sure.
I imagine there's a sliding scale depending on how much loss of hair you were dealing with, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. If you have an extensive amount of hair loss, you might need more than one procedure. Depending on the color and the quality of your hair, you might need, let's call it 2 coats of paint in the same zone.
All right.
And of course, if you have a little bit of hair already, you want to make sure that you're protecting that hair, and that's a big part of what we do, not just transplantation, but medical treatments, non-invasive therapies, nutritional supplements, things like that, to make sure you keep your existing hair, which, of course, if you don't, over time, is going to get worse, going to get lost.
Is there anything we can do, and I mean all the guys listening right now that have this fear of, oh, man, one day I may lose my hair? I think a lot of men feel with that that fear. Is there anything we can do to prolong the process of losing our hair from your side of things?
Well, absolutely. It starts with 1-800-GET-HAIR. No, I'm just teasing you. No, but if you do visit the website at Bauman Medical, you can see a wide variety of things. But the most important thing to do is seek out a physician who's a specialist in hair loss.
There you go.
Okay, that's the most important thing you can do. And we have medical treatments that stop the progression of hair loss 90% of the time.
Oh.
We've got topical medications which can regrow some of your hair.
Excellent.
And even nutritional supplementation makes the hair grow thicker and stronger and better. Low-level laser therapy could fit right underneath that baseball hat you're wearing right now.
Just like that. So there literally is if somebody's just starting to lose their hair,
yes,
they could come see you. You could slow the process, almost stop the process.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's a huge part of what we do. Hundreds and hundreds of patients that I see every year will never need hair transplantation if they start now with a non-invasive regimen to keep the hair they have.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, a lot of patients have already lost some hair before they come in.
Gotcha.
Because you need to have, if you lose 50, you could lose 50% of your hair density and still look like you have coverage. So, early action is really important if you want to protect what you have.
Be proactive versus reactive, but you could do both.
Absolutely.
Clearly.
Absolutely. The transplantation fills in the areas that you've lost, but the medical regimens protect the hair that you have.
Gotcha. Would you say that Greek, if he came to you 20 years ago, would have been in a totally different boat, or genetics sometimes take over and there's not a lot you can do?
Well, 20 years ago, we didn't have the technology that we have today
so
to
it's a technology
stop the progression
issue.
of the hair loss. I mean, think about it. Today, we have genetic testing to predict if you're going to have hair loss, if you're at high risk for hair loss. Even if it doesn't even look like you have hair loss, you think you might have it in the family, you can get a quick cheek swab, like CSI Miami style.
Wow.
We give you the results, tell you if you're at high risk for male pattern hair loss.
Would you say diet has anything to do with it? Because a lot of people say that. Or is that...
Well, don't forget, nutrition is very important. You are what you eat, right?
Yeah.
Your mom told you that. But so there are nutritional supplements that you can take to make your hair grow thicker, stronger, and better. But we know that the cause of hair loss is hormonal. So there's a hormone in your body, and what you inherit is a susceptibility to that hormone. So
how about alcohol?
Well, lifestyle is a big issue. Lack of sleep, smoking, drinking, all those things take a toll on your body's functions. In fact, there was just a study that came out, for example, that if you're a smoker and you are prone to hereditary hair loss, your hair loss will accelerate much faster than if you don't smoke.
Wow.
That if something happens biochemically with those hair follicles, and it makes them more susceptible to the aging process.
That's fascinating.
It is. It really is.
There's a lot of depth to this.